Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky15, where I'll be giving you my Lucky 15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing here in the UK, which looks like to be a really exciting day tomorrow. There's a really good meeting at Newmarket, which will be giving my tips for the big race, which will be the 2000 Guineas. Just going to go through on how today's selections ran. Again, the curse has struck again. Not a great day. We nearly had a first winner on the card with Go George Go in our first selection. Just got beaten in second place in the end. We also had Golden Nova run at Fontwell. I think he came third. Didn't run too badly, but others travelled better than him and he couldn't come for us today. And also we had the GG's GG at Fontwell. He fell quite early on in his round. The least said about that the better, but you can't blame him on his performance wise, because he wasn't given a crack to put down a blow to win the race, because he was out of it earlier on. So we can still look to him for maybe future races if he can get his jump in together, but obviously that will be a doubt that may put you off in the future. And also the other horse that ran at Lingfield, Ferrari Jake, he didn't get a bad start and he was in contention, but compared to the others he didn't quite have the pace to get over the finishing line today. But that was a Ferrari Jake at Lingfield. Like I said, no winners today, but I'm going to be getting stuck into tomorrow's horse racing action. A good day tomorrow, lots of races going on up and down the country, and some good racing in Ireland as well. But I'm just going to be focusing on 4 races tomorrow to make up our normal Lucky 15, and I'm going to get stuck in with our first selection tomorrow. That will take us to the main meeting for the weekend on the flat on the turf. And we're going to go to Newmarket in the 220 for our first race, and the first horse is appropriately named Profitable, which I'm going to be backing. He's currently around 5-1 with bookmakers at the moment, but he could shorten as we get more nearer the race time. This horse is trained by Clive Cox and will be ridden by Adam Kirby. Now, this horse is a previous course winner, and towards the start of last year had a cracking start, and it won 4 races in a row. And even though it did get whacked up in the weights by the handicapper, he still looks like he got the most class out of all these horses, and currently 5-1 at the moment with a great jockey on Adam Kirby on board. I think he's definitely got a good chance of doing really well for us tomorrow, as Adam Kirby was very prolific over the all-weather, and he definitely looks the one to beat here on paper. So I'm going to be going for Profitable at 5-1 as our first selection in our Lucky 15 tomorrow. The second selection that I'm going to be making in our Lucky 15 tomorrow will see us go to the feature race of the weekend, which will be the 2000 Guineas, which will be run at 3:35. Now, there's a lot of good horses in here to select from. There's Churchill, which is unbeaten, which is Aidan O'Brien horse, which will be ridden by Ryan Moore. That looks very attractive on paper to back. There's also another horse as well, which a lot of people have been tipping, called Barney Reuil, which has done very well since we've seen it this season. It ran at Newbury a few weeks ago and won really nicely there, and that looked really good. And that was good Olphin horse, and there's been a lot of people backing that horse, but I'm going to be backing a horse called Eminent here, which again a few people have also backed. This is currently trained by Martin Mead and will be ridden by the champion jockey trying to retain his title this year, Jim Crowley. Now, Eminent, we saw him at Newmarket in the Craven meeting a couple of weeks ago, and he won really nicely there, and he's currently 6-1 with bookmakers at the moment. And like a lot of his fellow competitors, he actually hasn't lost a race yet. But I think he's definitely the value in the race tomorrow in the 2000 Guineas, and I think he could be a little superstar. And also this horse, Eminent, is by Frankel, and Frankel tomorrow will have his chance to win his first classic race as a sire. So that would be really good to cement his place as not only just a great horse when he raced, but also a great horse to going on to father horses. So that would be really good if he can win that tomorrow with Eminent. Also as well, Jim Crowley always gives a good ride on his horses, and he never has a bad ride. If he finishes in the mid-table, that means the horse wouldn't have done much better in the hands of any other jockey. So I'm going to be going for Eminent. He's currently 6-1 with bookmakers at the moment, and I'm going to bet that he will again like profitable shorten as we get more nearer to the race. So I'm going to be going for him there. Our third selection tomorrow night, Lucky 15, is a horse called Laugh Aloud, which will be ridden at Goodwood in the 350. Now, Laugh Aloud is a Godolphin horse that is currently trained by John Gosden, who's been really in form. He's had lots of winners since the turf season has commenced again on the flat racing side. He's red hot at the moment. He's going to be ridden this horse by Jimmy Fortune, who's been riding not too badly. He's had a few winners here and there since, again, he's been racing on the turf on the flat again, so that looks promising. And this horse is a listed winner, and if you look at his main rivals tomorrow, he definitely looks the most classiest horse on paper, and I think it would be a shock if this horse didn't win tomorrow. So he's currently around 15-8 with bookmakers at the moment, and I think he'll be like our banker on our Lucky 15, hopefully to just add a little bit more prize money to the other three winners. Hopefully we'll be back in at a bit more bigger odds. So yeah, I'm going to be going for this horse. He looks a great type on paper. He's from the Godolphin yard as well. He's owned by Godolphin, and Godolphin, we all know that they're absolutely prolific when it comes to horses. One of the best people to own horses, and I'm going to be going for this horse in the 350 at Goodwood tomorrow. Now the last horse we go to tomorrow will be our only jump selection for tomorrow, which will run in the 355 in Uttoxeter in the Staffordshire Silver Plate, which this horse is called Shuill Reuil, which is currently around a 12-1 with bookmakers at the moment, and is one of our favourite combinations here on the channel, Harry Fry and Noel Feely. Now this horse tomorrow will be carrying the most weight. It's the top weighted horse in the race. He's got the highest handicap mark, but that doesn't mean I want to put you off him, because I think he's definitely got the most, again, class, and definitely got the best form on paper overall throughout the horse's career. Even though the others may have room for improvement, they've got to answer those questions, where this horse has just got to put his previous bad runs to bed, because he tends to be a horse that blows hot and cold. He either wins or places in the races. He either comes second or third, or he might get pulled up. But he's got Noel Feely on board for tomorrow, and he's been running really well of late. Harry Fry had a great season last season, and he's done well since the season's recommenced, and I'm expecting a good performance from this horse. He's on a mark of currently, I think it's around about 148, which is the highest mark in that race tomorrow for a horse, and I think if he runs anywhere near that, he should be too strong for a lot of his opponents. But like I say, he'll probably get pulled up halfway through the race, and that'll be game over there. But I'm going to be taking a chance on him, because he's competed in these type of handicaps before, class 2 handicaps, and it's done alright. So yeah, I'm going to be going for him tomorrow. But if you have any red hot tips for the 2,000 guineas tomorrow, if you fancy maybe Churchill or Barney Roy, let us know in the comments box below. Also as well, follow us on Twitter at LuckyLoaders15. Also as well, just an announcement to make, we will be going on Facebook anytime soon, having our own Facebook page, and I'm actually planning possibly next week on making some live vlogs from the race courses itself. I'm hopefully be going to Newton Abbot and Wincanton next week, so I'll be able to give some live reports there and give you my tips for the races there. But you've been watching Lucky Loaders 15, gamble responsibly, and I'll see you soon.